All right. So
Ew.
I have been writing blogs for Edie Melson's The Right Conversation, and they've all been about YouTube. And I was really hoping that by the time I got to the monetization blog, I would be monetized and I would be able to say, ta-da, here I am.
Look at me. Yes.
Whoo, I did it. I did all the things that I taught you to do, and now you can go do it too, and everyone can be monetized. And that did not happen.
Yeah.
So so here we are. So I have to write a blog about monetization, and I am not yet monetized,
Okay.
but I know that you are. And so I'm really interested to hear. I know I sent you that whole checklist of like YouTube metadata ideas,
Yes.
and that is basically what I'm forming the blogs off of. So the same things that I'm teaching you are the same things, or the same things I taught you are the same things I'm writing in these blogs. So I'm
Yes.
interested to hear what's helped you the most of the things that I helped you with, and then just teach me about monetization and what that looks like.
All right. Well, first of all, some of it is encouragement. Some of it is don't give up hope, and you
Mm.
are very good at that. So that
Well, thank
is,
you.
and you're in that boat right now. You are telling yourself, don't
Don't
give
give
up. I
up.
will make it. I just have to keep going at it.
Just gonna keep going.
Um, as far as the monetization, I think what helped me most was I had a long book that helped me get those watch hours that I needed. That was really helpful.
Okay.
But then
An audio book.
an audio book,
Okay.
yes. And I really worked that through my newsletter, asking my newsletter people to watch it, to send it to somebody that they know likes an audiobook. It's free. So I was really pushing the it is free. Just
Free audiobook,
yesterday,
free
actually, it
audiobook.
may have even
Okay.
been this morning, somebody on Avid Readers of Christian Fiction posted and said, I love to listen to Heidi McGill's
Mm,
books on audio on YouTube. And that is one of the ways that I like to support authors. And I responded,
mm,
absolutely, you are not only supporting me financially because monetized, they pay me for my
right.
that ad, those pesky ads you have to sit through and hit skip on, they help me by pennies, like literally pennies. I did a short the other day. It had 700 and I think two, no, 732 views and I made 4 cents. So that kind of gives you an idea.
Okay. All
It,
right.
it's not a big money maker. But what she responded to me was, I love Gill's books on YouTube for free. And my response to her was this: YouTube is a mission field that I could not have reached anywhere else. And just like with your writing, if you know your purpose and you know what it is that you've set out to do, then it will happen in God's timing. And I had been the director and founder of an English as a second language program. And when that closed with COVID, I thought, I will never be able to reach this many internationals again. And now
Mm,
I am in more countries because of YouTube than I could have ever done on my own. So you need to look at it more than monetization. You need to look at what is your purpose? Why are you doing this? And what's your end game? And my end game is reach as many people as possible. So let me tell you one of the things that I have done to help me get there.
okay. Right.
Sprizzy.com is a YouTube, sprizzy.com. It
This
is
will
a
go, Edie,
YouTube,
this will go on your blog.
yeah. uh, um, Sprizzy.com is a YouTube ad place.
Okay.
And you can do an ad for as low as $50. If they create the ad for you, um, it is not necessarily super helpful, but you have to have something to go on. And so my very first ad, I let them create the ad. And then when I reached back out to them, I said, can you please show me what you wrote for this ad? And then I said, oh, now I see. And I was able to tweak it. And
Okay.
so I was easily able to make that ad profitable. So for $50, I sent it to individuals in English speaking countries. Now, we think UK, Ireland, New Zealand, Australia,
Hmm.
but the truth is, there are countries all over the world that English is their first language, or their strong secondary language.
Okay.
Nigeria, Sri Lanka, Fiji,
Right.
um, uh,
Africa.
Brazil,
Yeah.
Africa. Yes,
Mhm.
there are dozens of countries, and that's an AI Google search. Show me the countries where AI is either the first or second language spoken, or it is considered the national language. And then that's who you're going to put it out to. Now, what I did learn
And what are
is
you putting out? Are you putting out an actual video or just an ad about your channel?
I am putting out it's very much like a book bub ad. It's a short, pithy, listen to this Christian historical fiction on XYZ. And so it's a very short, and then it will go out to all of these people, very similar to how a BookBub ad or a Facebook ad would do, but it links it to your video. So you link it to one specific video that you want it to go to. So for me, it was that
Okay.
very first video in my series. And what that did for me is it increased my watch hours, and then those people subscribed. And
Okay.
because now they've learned that there is another book coming. And so that really helped get my numbers up. So I had gotten to probably 600 on my own, very organically.
Okay.
And then I took out a Sprizzy ad and I got up to, I think, 800 or 850 pretty fast. But what I learned was
Okay.
truly was not necessarily organic. I
Okay.
would not include India in in that list of English speakers. I would put Uganda and I just lost the Nigeria, the two
Okay.
countries I would have never thought I would put them before I would put India.
And why not
Since
India? Just out of curious.
I just got so many subscribers that were not organic. So these other
Mm.
countries, South Africa, all of these other different countries, they came along because they were truly interested, not
Mm.
just to fill a subscribe button.
Okay.
Um, that then I tweaked my ad and I said, okay, now I know a little bit better what I'm looking for. I know how to change my wording to make my wording a little bit better. And I went ahead and took out another ad. But in that same time frame, I had learned to do a couple shorts pointing to my video, and I had gained organically some more subscribers, like 150.
Okay.
And then I did this Sprizzy ad one more time, and it bumped me up to 1,000. Now I don't.
Nice.
It's that same concept with Amazon. 50 is not a magic number on Amazon for reviews. We all say that, but it's really not.
But
What
it
that is,
feels like
it feels like
it.
it
Yeah.
because when I, as a reader, look and see 50, it shows validity. It says, okay, that's a pretty decent book. It's not that Amazon's showing anymore. It's the same concept with YouTube. My personal opinion. I do not have fact base to base this up,
All
but
right.
I truly don't believe that YouTube showed me anymore. Man, when you hit 1,000 and it has the 1K instead of 999, people see that a little
People
differently.
respect it more, is what
Yes,
is
it
happening. Okay.
really shows something.
Okay.
It was a process, but I think it only took me 8 or 9 months to get there. And if I
Right.
had to do it all over again, I would do something very different. I would start my channel with things that were similar to what I knew was going to be on my channel. I would read a chapter. I would teach one class if that's what I was doing. I would do small things and I would start garnering some subscribers very organically until
What
I
would you
had
teach a class on? Sorry.
I've taught a class on how to do takeover days on Facebook. That one did really, really well.
Okay.
Uh, I did something called the Joy Summit, and it was um, a group of ladies. We all got together and we held an online summit conference. just about joy. We're all coming from totally different angles. And so she gave each
Huh.
of us our piece, and we were able to put that up on our own YouTubes. So little
Okay.
things, but I would make sure, Sam, that I had material ready to go because it is daunting. It doesn't matter how long your book is, you still have to put up to stay monetized three things within a 90-day period.
Through video. So,
It can be
like
a
one
short,
video a month, basically, at
yes. You
least.
have to
Okay.
really watch. It's not one every 31 days. It
Okay.
has to be within 90 days. So you can squeeze some shorts in there and that'll help. But
Mm-hmm.
that's really important. Many people have been demonetized because of that.
Okay. And then
But
do you,
that would be one thing I would do. I would make
okay.
sure that I have enough content in the back burner that I already know I'm going to have enough to launch every, 28 days.
Okay. Right. That makes sense. Do you get pennies per views? Is that how that works? The more views you get on a reel, the more pennies, so to speak? Not so to speak.
Um, that's going to need to be something you do a little more research on. I
Okay.
know that it depends. There's a couple different things that it depends on. One
Okay.
is they put an ad at the beginning, whether I want them to or not.
Okay.
And based on how well my videos are doing, they are companies bid on that slot.
Okay.
So I think you make more. You're going to have to figure that one out. That's not a clear one for me to be able to say, but
Okay.
I do know that they bid on what ads are being shown. And you are able to choose.
Okay.
Like I
And
said,
right.
my channel has nothing to do with food. Do not show any kind of food commercials, but you can show VRBO. You know, first of all, I know they're clean.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
you can choose types of things that you want your ads to be. And so far, I haven't been disappointed. Like I haven't been
Okay.
mortified that a commercial has showed up.
Right. For like women's underwear.
Yes, correct.
Right. Okay. That's great. So which book was it that you made free first and pushed
All
everywhere?
right. So, yeah, you and I talked about this when we were
Yeah.
together at Blue Ridge.
You're really good with marketing. I don't know if you understand how good you are about marketing and strategy and
Appreciate that. There is some strategy to this. So, the very first book I put up was, of course, my first book. Now, I've got to tell you, it is not because I'm an exceptional writer. I have a really exceptional narrator. And that
okay.
first book, Desire of My Heart, won, it was a SELA Award finalist.
Oh,
And
nice. Okay.
yes, and it's because she is an exceptional narrator. You really, she gets your emotions going because she just did so well. But then I did something, I still was not monetized at this point. So I have an 11 plus hour book that I'm literally giving away for free because I
Okay.
haven't hit monetization yet. So I have a reader magnet and it's short. I think it's maybe 2.5 hours. And I said, I want to be able to offer this both in ebook format and in audiobook format. So I paid my narrator to narrate this book and I put it up on YouTube private, which means when you go through my drip sequence or that automation sequence of when you first sign up for my newsletter, you are getting a code that says you can click on the audiobook and then you've got to use this specific code to be able to listen to it on YouTube.
Okay.
I do not make money on that. I do not get watch hours for that. If it is private,
Okay.
I
It
get
has to be
nothing for it.
private, not unlisted.
That
You,
is correct.
okay.
Private. And the other way you would use private is if you are teaching a course that costs. You do not want to make that public because then anyone can watch it. If you are trying to sell your course and it is exclusive to those who pay, then you need to make sure that you put it as private someone has to have a code to be able to get it. And you do not get watch hours for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you get watch hours if it were unlisted and people just no?
If it's
Okay.
unlisted, nobody can get to it.
Okay. So it
Yeah, if
has
it is
private.
unlisted, it's simply because you have it up there in a queue ready to go.
Oh, see,
It's
I thought
unlisted.
I'm switching private and unlisted in my head right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's easy to do. Yeah,
Yes.
so unlisted is more like the queue of waiting that you've got it up there, but it's not made public yet, and you've not made it private for to share with a code.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason that I did that, Sam,
Mm-hmm.
I was very intentional. I knew that once they listened to that short prequel, they would want to read the next book by audiobook. And so I, when it gets to the end of that first private free audiobook that because I don't gain anything from,
The
it
11-hour
sends them
one.
immediately. No, no, no,
Okay.
no, no. This is the
No.
2.5 prequel.
Okay.
Then
All
it
right.
sends them to that next audiobook, to the desire of my heart, that first book, 11
Okay.
hours. And I'm really intentional with my thumbnails. I'll get to that in just a minute, but I
Okay.
make sure that I have subscribe now, very, very clear. So my subscribers were clicking almost every individual who chose the audiobook over the ebook, not also subscribed. So I'm clicking now. Now I'm getting one after the other. This is super organic. These are people who really want to be there. And so that's when it just started rushing. I'm shocked at the number of subscribers I have. So I haven't even checked recently. I don't even know where I'm at.
Oh, that's amazing though. That's really good.
Yeah. But I want to go back to the thumbnails because this is
Yes.
pretty important too.
Okay.
You can, there's several places you can subscribe to learn, and one of them is, I think it's just called YouTube University, or maybe that's what
Okay.
it's called. It is from YouTube. YouTube sends this information out, and it is clear. It is not always applicable to me. When it is, it really is.
Okay.
And so another one that you want to go to is thinkmedia.com.
Yeah,
And
I'm already
just,
subscribed to them. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So just as an aside, he is a dynamic Christian man. And when you sign up for his newsletter, you will get almost everything you need to know to start a channel. I mean,
Okay.
he just gives it to you. Honestly, some of this is trial and error. Some of it is watching other people's videos and figuring it out. Some of it is that tube buddy and watching my score go from a 20 out of 100 to a 98 out of 100 and go, I did everything except since I just put it up, I don't have a comment yet. And so I can't like and pin a
Right.
comment. That's like the only thing I have not done. That'll get me to 100%.